Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I'm Gypsy Girl, here to give you another lesson for today. Oh, heartbreak. Higher knowledge. Well, it's been like that for the past few days. Disappointments and higher learning. We're spiraling up and we're witnessing people that are maybe close to us spiraling down. This is a pivot month. It's a 7. So a lot of change happens, when the summer is in full swing. Plans are made and excursions happen and people just decide they want to go do different things. Summer opens things up, it's the heat. Emperor, yeah. Anger. Heat of anger, the heat of the moment. Control. Down to bullying even. It's the turmoil that comes from within that we have to reckon with. It makes us change, makes us grow, and it depends on our ego. If we're able to humble ourselves, then we spiral up easily. But if we are holding on and fighting off that change, then we're spiraling down because we're being pulled down, or we're pulling ourselves down. What is the lesson for today? Thank you, Spirit. What is the lesson for today? Know that there's healing happening. What does the collective need to learn today? I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, your shares. I am grateful for the energy coming in and that I can humble myself before my deck to bring in the lesson. What is the lesson for today? Thank you, Spirit. What does the collective need to learn today? The 7 again. I was just talking about July being the 7, and we have a 7. And it is the month for Cancer. So this is going to be a deep lesson. And that's what this is. It's all about the will. This is higher arcana. Again, this is spirit bestowing upon us this lesson of our will to achieve, our will to move, our will to survive. I'm having my tea with this. A turning point is what Spirit offers us here as a lesson. The pivot in our lives where we decide, I want to do this thing, I want to do that thing. But in the decision process, we make the move, we shape and we bend the will to go in this direction. The motherhood reflected here is where our nurturing sense of emotional connectivity is very strong. Spirit is giving us this. We take it or we leave it. We use it to hurt. We use it to help. This is what Spirit gives us. If we are willing to accept this lesson in nurturing our will to move forward and change our lives, then Spirit will give us what we need to pick up the momentum and go with it. Because we make the first step using our will. The previous lesson we had this card show up along with the High Priestess. So the intuitive connection we have is through our emotions, and this makes us very emotional, which is ruled by Cancer. And that sense of strength, that outer shell, is hard, so we are able to brace ourselves for the collision that may come, because this also represents a vehicle. Take it as you will, physical or emotional. It's a vehicle. It's movement. It's difficult, but it is movement. And the fear is what makes us move. Kicks in the adrenaline, the fight or flight connotation we have with making a step to go forward. Bracing yourself for the next thing to come is what this teaches us in this Chariot. The will to go on, but it doesn't mean that we will be successful with what we choose to go into, and being that we choose it doesn't give it to us in spades. It just says, okay, if you want to go that way, okay, we're gonna go that way, let's see what will come. And that's where the fear comes in. The lesson in itself would be to suck it up and fight off that fear and make that step forward, and not just make the step forward, take the second step and keep going, because it is being held back when we are afraid of that moving forward. When we are afraid, we say, no, I don't want. And then when we look into the shadow of the moon, everything looks bigger and scarier. And then we're like, oh, no, I'm not going down there. I changed my mind. We go back. Like a slingshot effect. That sting when you pull and let go. That snap, that knee jerk is what we like to call, is how Spirit pushes us forward. So whether you want to go or not, you're going. How you go down the road is up to you, if you enjoy the ride or if you fight the journey. And that is the choice in this lesson. That is what some of us will have. We will have a ride that we will choose to enjoy or not, and then we have those who will be pushed instead of taking the step forward. Either way, we're moving forward. See what the tool is. Oh boy, more High Arcana. We're going through the ringer with this month. So we have the Tower coming down. So choosing to bring down the Tower. And we're going to do it too, because Spirit is all over this. We just along for the ride. Are you going to be crushed by the Tower, by the wheel as it turns, or are you going to stand on the side and watch it fall, or are you just going to walk away and feel the vibration of all the crumbling once it hits the ground? Turn your back. Either way, this is facing each other, so it is an internal Tower that we need to bring down, and that again would be the ego. If we're facing ourselves and we're looking at what we've done and awakening to what we've done, because this is where we have an awakening, where you choose to change something, just like the epiphany in the Wheel of Fortune. See, we get the epiphany and then we do something, bring down the Tower. bringing down the tower is oof, I wouldn't call it vengeance, but justice is served. Some of us are in a vengeful mode to destroy relationships, for one thing. Businesses is another. Legacies is another one. And just that destruction of the home, what you call home. Somebody in your circle is disturbing your home when this card shows up in the way it is, like this. But as a lesson, we take it as we're bringing down our own ego for some. We're bringing down the ego of others for some. Or we see that going forward will bring catastrophic change. What is Spirit doing? Oh, look at who's back. We're connecting these lessons whether we want to or not with the cards that show up, especially this 5. As it did show up yesterday, and I purposely said we're stopping because this is to remind us of what we consider valuable and what is valuable to us and our own self-worth. Spirit is giving us that sense of value and knowing what anything is worth, and the fact that we are on a plateau where it's mid-level, the 5, we are discerning and deciphering what is valuable to us, especially in this position where Spirit is providing us with this feeling of lack, that we know what it feels like. That not feeling worthy, that sense of I want, it's not enough, I can't get enough. Why is it not enough? Well, we know why. Spirit's giving us this. In your situation, you know what is valuable to you. You know what you call value. And for some, it may not be enough. And for others, it may be worth nothing. You see, it is in perspective that we find the answers to what is going on in our lives and what needs to be changed. Spirit is giving us what we need to know that comes down in the tower. The reason why the tower is coming down, it's a sense of value. It'll raise us, it'll clear the slate, it will show us our worth, because we are nurturing that, we're fostering and growing change for the greater good, because this is all high arcana. Us feeling that sense of not feeling worthy is his lower arcana. This is Spirit making us look in the mirror and see what it is that we don't like or don't want, or feel that we are missing because we are missing something. Spirit is giving us that sense of I miss you for some, I miss being for others, I miss doing for another set. You know, there's a sense of I don't have enough, I want more. What is the gift? Oh, the abundance comes in. And when we put these two together, we get the 15. And why am I not able to have a lesson where I can just be in silence? It's perfectly timed. Okay, so the noise is gone. The devil is what we see here. That 15, that sense of I want, can't get enough of, it spreads, eh? But Spirit is giving us our legacy, and it is protected. The devil will stop whatever it is that is disturbing our legacy or preventing us from having it. That's why the tower comes down. But it is a legacy. It is all the worth, the feeling of family, the feeling of connection, everything that you are missing, that sense of home. You will get it. It is brought to us, it's being granted to us, provided the tower comes down, that we use our sense of what is valuable to us, knowing our own values, what we consider as our compass that give us that direction in life, to make us see where we need to change direction and we need to change something in our lives. Then we get to put the burden down at the bottom of the deck, and it just cracked open. Let's see what we got. Look, we're right back to love again. Let's see how these cards are laying out. We're doing fine. I'll just bring them down a little bit. Okay. So we're putting down the burden. There's a commitment. Wow, all the twos are out. Okay. So we got 2, 2, and then we have the balances here. Okay. Scales of justice, balance, equality, commitment, changing direction, knowing what you want and going for it, bringing down that tower, coming towards the 8. So we go into a mental dilemma where we working it out. I know I went through quickly, but we'll just bring it back. So we have our gift of a legacy, which is beautiful. Beautiful. We need to know that whatever we're changing in our lives is going to make and expand our future and bring in abundance, that we can be generous and share with others, because that is the whole point of fighting for what you believe in, is so that you can build on your treasure, build it up, and have that sense of value and sense of riches and sense of belonging and being able to make things move and grow and create. That sense of creativity comes in. Here it is, here where you know what you want. Once you get your sense of, I have a home, I have a life, I have a family, I have stability, because that's what it is, all of what I just said, stability, then you can become creative. And of course, by putting the burden down, your creativity opens up. And then you have your okay, I want to go here, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to get into, because you realize through these experiences of burden, being forced to do more than should have been required of you in some cases. In others, it is having taken on all of the burden because you are guilty of neglecting the home, the life of a family, or, take it as it resonates, because this is a choice that we make, and everybody makes their own choice, and each choice may be similar, but it is unique to you, the person, the soul that is being guided through this existence. That tower coming down is what frees up the burden, and it allows us to move forward and say, okay, I got the whole world in my hands. I could do whatever I want now. I am free. This being held back and held down is what is being released by understanding it. And we're no longer trapped by our thoughts, because that's what this does. This brings us to the point of insanity. We can go crazy. Psychologically crazy. Where you're obsessed with an idea that you are never going to be good enough. Some people live their lives with that. Being able to change that thought pattern is I'm going to say a crazy feat. It is almost as crazy as thinking that you are never going to be worthy enough. But being able to change that is what Spirit is giving us in this lesson. To go back and remember what love is. And miss it. That sense of missing is for a reason. Spirit gives us this. To have that longing for. Again, don't forget, the devil comes into this with these Capricorn ruled here. This is the coin. This is Saturn's work. Saturn is making us go through the details of, so that we can make real change come and put down the burden. Because that's what change is. It changes whatever circumstances you're in to free you or lock you down even more. And that is a choice. Again, it is a choice. Me saying that, okay, you're breaking up the tower, you're changing, you're going to go off and have your own world, new world created here, new life. Me saying it doesn't actually make it happen. It's a choice. Don't forget, this is a lesson. All in all, the Spirit is saying, choose. You want this or you want that. Choose. But you have to make a choice. And in making the choice, change comes. Abundance is brought in. Love is at the epitome. Burden is put down. You know, you change the direction and you go in the direction that you want to go, and you make a commitment. You are committed. Because this is what you want in your mind. You're going over it and over it and over it. I want to be in a relationship. I don't. I do. I don't. What kind of relationship do I want to be in? That is where you are discerning of the kind, and it is a just and righteous relationship according to this layout. The commitment is just and righteous. And you change your mindset for love. For love. And that's a wonderful thing, because this is your memory of love. And because you change, you get your 8 cups. You get to walk away from the tower. Because you change your mindset. You get to walk away from that self-destructive mode of a sense of loss and lack and wanting a change. Thank you, Spirit. See? Change. Change is a good thing here. It just doesn't come in the way we expect it to, but it comes nonetheless. And we have to hold on when it comes, because when it comes, it's quick. Jerk. Shift. You have to grip. Keep that rein. And then guide yourself through. You do. We do. We all do. We just don't realize we're doing it. When it's happening, it's almost like a reflex. It is a reflexive action. It's exactly that. It's a reflexive action to your existence. Your soul knows when it is time for change to come. Your soul knows that. You have to remember these things, people, because this is how we survive. You know, we say, oh yeah, my luck, I have a lot of luck in my life. No. Well, yeah, you do. You have a lot of luck in your life if you do, and if you believe you do. But it's not just luck. It is deep knowing. It's deep knowledge. Again, that sense of knowing from the moon. We know when we need to do what we need to do. Get it done. We choose to do it or not. Sex magic. Sacrifice needs to be made. And again, the earth worship is here. So I'm thinking, let's just read this one and see what happens. I draw on my body with the invisible blade, carved with the bliss of lustrous teeth. It is in the allure that I will meet blood and flesh. So devotion, being devoted to what you want. Again, this card. See? Having that devotion set up in the way that it is set up is Spirit's way of saying, if you really want this, then I will give it to you. How you maneuver through having this, what Spirit's giving you, your legacy, bliss, whatever you want, love, happiness, all of the good stuff. I mean, it is a relationship we're talking here. This is not just a business deal. You're committed because of being in love. There's a commitment here for being in love, and there is a memory of what being in love is. So you take that memory and you bring it to a new commitment because you want to be in one, and that's fine. And it can go both ways. It could be a romantic commitment that turns into a work where money is concerned, or vice versa. It could be a business proposal that turns into a romantic. But either way, it is balanced completely. There is love and there is money here. In the sense, if you want to reflect on the lesson from the day, two previous lessons, that balance is found because of direction taken by determined that will. Okay, sacrifice, and then the oak. This is the wisdom card. So we in order to make the commitment, we need to make that sacrifice. Let's just read on that one. So you must find the ebb and flow of life within your very self. Embracing it all is embracing truth. See where the honesty comes in for that commitment? Right there. And then it is truth. It is the again, that sense of justice. We had the Justice card come up previously, and now we have the King of Swords, who represents justice. So it could be like a judge even. You know, that the level of justice. It's karmic again. Being honest, being true and honest about the commitment that you are in is what will bring good change, a good legacy, a happiness in your life in general. Because you are committed to being truthful. It just makes life that much more fun to live. If you have to live in a lie, well, you're gonna suffer it, and then you have to keep lying to cover up the last lie and the lies after that. And that's where earth worship comes in again as a 7, and the wisdom card too as a 9. But until my body is in your arms, I will worship you, dear mother of mine. See, this being open and ready to change makes that change come that much easier, wherein you enjoy the ride. Then we will, I mean, I'm just taking these cards because they fit. They just fit. They fit. So, don't just look within. Dive deeply into the eternal realms of knowing. I'm going to leave it on that one. Because the eternal realms of knowing is when you ease up the mind. Because you know your sense of value. Because you went deep inside and found the love. First of all, for the self, and then you decide you want to make a commitment, and you do, and you will, because you are willing to sacrifice, and you have the wisdom and the knowledge, because Spirit is giving it all to us. That sense of loss and lack, and I'm not worthy, brings you down to humbling yourself. May the tower that personal tower will come down, and you will humble yourself so that you can have a commitment that is true, the truth. I thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. If this lesson didn't come to you as a lesson today, don't worry, it'll come around again. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Love and light.